in Brazil in the last soccer game, someone threw a pig head in the fucking field.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.
So, well, I live in Brazil. I'm from South America. So, rivalry in soccer here is, honestly, it can be a little scary. A couple places have that where if you pay for the whole year, or if you sign the whole thing, you can get access to the games. You can get access to tickets earlier and sometimes cheaper. You get a section that is just reserved for that. And then sometimes there will be people that will make a cheer group that they will organize themselves to bring a huge flag, or they will have those things where those little papers where if they flip and it mounts an image, or they will bring fireworks or flares or whatever. That there is just one dedicated area for that. One of these organized crowds, it was a very heated game. The team was supposed to win against this team because this other team was not doing so well. It was a huge upset because the other team the team that was supposed to lose didn't, and because of that, one of the teams from the teams that won threw a pig head in the soccer field. So yeah, and he threw a pig head because I think was it the mascot? I think it was the mascot from the other team. And then there was videos online of him buying the pig head on the market to throw it in there. The pig head on the field happened, I think, 2 days ago, and it concerns me. Well, somewhat, not too much, because there was sometimes crowds from two teams that were opposite each other sometimes would go outside of the game and fight each other, and people would die. Sometimes it's concerning. But not so much anymore. People don't die as often on soccer games anymore, and that's good. That's good. But still, it used to be a huge problem. And even though it's subbed for it, there is not as much violence. There is still very much. I think racism is still a big thing in Brazil, unfortunately, on these soccer games at least. But yeah, LMAO. I'm guessing you're saying LMAO because people would fight a lot. Yeah, it would get quite rowdy. I don't hear it as often anymore, which is good. No one should die because of fanaticism for a game. Okay, let's go on. I'm sorry, I went on a little bit of a rant on the side, but I think it's cool to say that someone threw a pig head on the soccer field for jokes on the other team, because the other team mascot was that, I think, from what I understand. Oh, there's a whole lore. Well, actually, okay, maybe it was not the team mascot, but the lore is some years ago, two players of the opposite team died for a tragic, I think, because I think there was a crash, like they were riding somewhere, they were traveling somewhere, and the bus they were on got into a crash, and some people died. Two players died. You can't just sub people in and out of nowhere, because that's not how sports work. Apparently, it's not technically legal. But the captain, the owner of the team was like, asked the other teams, look, two players died. Would like to honor and not honor, but we would like to at least add two other people in so that, you know, it's fair, so that we are not just two people. We are missing two players on our game, right? And their main rival, the guys that they played against last time and this last game and they lost, they were the owner of their team was like, no, we don't accept it, while all the other teams accepted it. All the other teams on the conference were like, yeah, no, that's cool, like that's awful what happened to you guys, go ahead, you guys can you know, put two players in. And the rival of this team said no. The owner of that team said, what you're doing is a pig's, what did he say? You're being pig-natured, kind of. It's the act of a pig, because you're being very nasty about it. But yeah, so that's the lore behind it, and it's interesting.